It's The Brick Wall on PATV. Tonight, we have music from Ali B, a funny video from Boris Hyken, and hip-hop from All One and BMO. But first, here's your host, Peter Coleman. I wasn't making those cheering noises. What? Thank you so much, Disembodied Voice, for that wonderful intro. Welcome back, everybody. Happy February. Hope you all got your Valentine something special. No? What are you waiting for? Well, I have a solution. Contact patvbrickwall@gmail.com and come on the show and tell them that your love burns hotter than SpaceX's 17 rocket boosters. Really? No fooling. That's a great idea. I wish I thought of that. Don't have anybody to profess your love to, but still want to sing or tell jokes for the amusement of literally dozens of people on the TV and interweb? Dozens? That's generous. Well, contact patvbrickwall@gmail.com and we will put you on the air. No fooling. Don't have any talent? Yeah, but still want to feel included? Well, then the simple solution is to follow The Brick Wall on social media at PATV Brickwall across the board. And remember to follow PATV Long Island on Facebook while you're at it so you can watch us anytime we go live. Now, down to business. Later on, we're going to be rapped at by the very talented artist All One featuring BMO. But first, it is my pleasure to introduce on her Brick Wall debut, Ali B. Give it up! Woo!
Hey, what's up? My name is Ali B. I'm a 17-year-old singer-songwriter from Long Island, and I'm here to sing a few songs for you guys. This first song that I'm going to be singing is called The Fear to Be Loved. Every memory, every picture brings me back to a place when I thought we were the perfect mixture. Gonna live out in Cali, 'cause there's just no place for me. Baby, I still feel the same, 'cause it's always gonna be this way. Now I'm dating all these guys, 'cause all you told me was lies. Caught up in yesterday. You meant everything to me. Never thought it would turn into a memory. Every moment we were together is a moment that I remember. Turned you into a home, and I came out homeless, feeling lost without you. Not sure what else I could do but tell that you gave me fear to be loved, to be loved. Was I lost in your eyes, or lost in your lies? I was a rider, no switch sider. Done with the switching sides. Time to draw the line. Gotta be careful, 'cause love ain't simple. You're like a tattoo on my mind. Wish we could just go back. Dating all these guys, 'cause all you told me was lies. Caught up in yesterday. You meant everything to me. Never thought it would turn into a memory. Every moment we were together is a moment that I remember. Turned you into a home, and I came out homeless, feeling lost without you. Not sure what else I could do but tell that you gave me fear to be loved, to be loved. And I need you, and I want you. everything to me. Never thought it would turn into a memory. Every moment we were together is a moment that I remember. Turned you into a home, and I came out homeless, feeling lost without you. Not sure what else I could do but tell that you gave me a fear to be loved, to be loved. Thank you. So once again, thank you for tuning in to The Brick Wall. I'm really excited to be here tonight. So again, my name is Allie B, if you're just tuning in now. I'm a 17-year-old singer-songwriter from Long Island. I write all my songs myself, and I'm super excited to share them with you guys. This next song is a song called Take Your Time. You say it's something you have missed. Been a while since I felt your kiss. Sometimes I'm tempted to let go, but then I remember just what you know. Now it's 2 a.m. with the lights down low. Here I am thinking about you though. Every night I see your face in my dreams or at my place. Somehow I know what you mean when you say you're into me. Maybe we should stop and breathe, 'cause next time it's reality. Now it's 4 a.m. with the lights down low. Been a while since I saw you though. Wish we could see eye to eye. Never wanna see you cry. And every moment I say I let go, it's just a lie and I won't say so. I wish you could just see me tonight, and then it would all be alright. Somehow I know what you mean when you say you're into me. Maybe we should stop and breathe, 'cause next time it's reality. I don't know why every single night you cross my mind, and right now I wish I could see you, but maybe that would just leave us blue. So take your time, yeah, just take your time. We should take our time. You've got me wondering why this time. You should take your time. We should take our time. So take your time. Somehow I know when you say you're into me. Maybe we should stop and breathe, 'cause next time it's reality. So take your time, yeah, just take your time. We should take our time. You've got me wondering why this time. You should take your time. We should take our time. So take your time. Somehow I know what you mean when you say you're into me. Maybe we should stop and breathe, 'cause next time it's reality. So take your time. Thank you. Alright, so this next song that I'm going to be singing for you guys is a song that's very special to me and very close to my heart. I wrote this song about a time when you don't really know why something ended the way that it did, and this is probably my favorite song that I've ever written, and every time that I perform it, it really just brings a different kind of energy to the stage and to the whole audience, and I promise that it will be released very soon, but for now, this is your one chance to hear it. This song is called I Wanna Know Why. Asked, do you need me in your life? And I said, well, baby, something's not right. Loving you is too damn easy for me. Our love is like electricity. You say you have a new love, and I'm happy for you, love. But I can't stick around to see that you moved on. I wanna know why, I wanna know how, I wanna know why does she get everything that I'm living without? How? Yeah, she's breathing your air, the air that I used to breathe, just to get you back to me. The saddest part was saying goodbye, when really I just wanted you for another night. Not a day goes by where you don't cross my mind. Sometimes I wish that we could stop time to say you have a new love, and I'm happy for you, love. But I can't stick around to see that you moved on. I wanna know why, I wanna know how, I wanna know why does she get everything that I'm living without? How? Yeah, she's breathing your air, the air that I used to breathe, just to get you back to me. I love you, and that's why I never give up on you. My heart don't understand, my heart don't understand why every time it feels so right. I wanna know how, I wanna know why does she get everything that I'm living without? How? Yeah, she's breathing your air, the air that I used to breathe, just to get you back to me. I wanna know why, I wanna know how, why does she get everything that I'm living without? How? Yeah, she's breathing your air, the air that I used to breathe, just to get you back to me. Thank you. All right, so I got one last song for you guys. Again, thank you for tuning in if you're watching right now. I really appreciate everybody's support, and thank you to the Brick Wall for having me. This last song is my latest single with a music video that you can find on YouTube and on my website, so definitely go check that out. This song is called Strangers in Love. Strangers in love. Never thought anyone could make me feel this way. Nothing's ever easy, at least that's what they say. Why do I keep hiding from the truth when all I want is you? I never knew a love that doesn't hurt, but I'm willing to take. Maybe we're just strangers in love. Maybe we're just strangers in love. 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 Everybody dies, but not everybody lives. But baby, it seems without you, I just can't breathe. And now I see the only one for me. We're just, maybe we're strangers in love. Maybe we're just smile on my face every second of the day. Maybe we're just strangers in love. Maybe we're just the only one. Maybe we're just strangers in love. Strangers in love. Strangers in love.
Thank you.
Allie B, everybody! Nice! You already applauded. Keep applauding! Keep applauding! Yeah!
Thank you. Thank you.
Allie B, 17 years old from Oceanside.
Yeah.
Big shout out to everybody from Oceanside. Thank you for tuning in. I didn't even know you guys got this channel. That's awesome. So you've been doing this for a long time.
Yes, I have.
Since you were 13 years old.
Yeah.
Professionally.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
I haven't been doing anything since I was 13 years old. So you've been singing and writing.
Yeah.
All your material is original.
Yeah, all my songs I write 100% myself.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
When's the first time you wrote a song?
The first time I wrote a song was when I was 13 years old. I wrote a song called You'll See It When It Hits You, which is also available. It's out right now if you guys want to go check it out. I wrote that song, and it was kind of just the first thing that came to my head. It was about, you have to pick yourself back up when you fall. You don't let anybody tear you down. It's really important that I wanted the message of the song to speak to other people so that nobody ever gets discouraged and that it's going to be okay if you don't really know what path you want to take right now.
Nice.
Thanks.
But you've always known what path you wanted to take.
Yeah, I've always known.
How long have you been singing beyond professionally? Just
I've been singing ever since I could remember. Ever since I was really little, I started to do like theater and, take singing lessons, and I was in chorus when I was young. And I've just always loved to sing. It's always been a big part of my life.
I think we have some photographic evidence somewhere. Yep, there
God.
it is. That is little Allie B. She
Lil
stole
Allie
the
B.
guitar right out of Elvis's hands. Man, so you go back.
I go way back.
Is he still your favorite?
No.
No?
No.
No. Who's your favorite now?
I have a lot of favorites, but I think as an inspiration, someone I really look up to is Selena Gomez.
Okay. Tell us why you love Selena Gomez so much.
I love Selena Gomez because I think she's just a very well-rounded person. She's very humble. She's down to earth. She doesn't really let anything get in her way when she sets a goal to something. She goes straight for it. She really cares about all of her fans. Her music is incredible. She's a great performer, and if I were to aspire to be someone like her one day, that's who I would want to be.
You know what? That's not a bad goal. That is not a bad goal. I wish I could be Selena Gomez one day. That'd be
Me too.
terrific. Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
You
I can. Oh, I can. Carlene said I can, so I can.
You can do it.
Thank you.
Don't say you can't.
Can we call you Kalina?
If you want. So where'd you produce all the tracks for this?
I work out in a studio in Plainview in Long Island called the Loft Sound Studio, and I've been working with them since I was 13 years old, and I go in there once a week, well, sometimes once a week, but I do music basically 6 out of the 7 days of the week. I'm either taking vocal lessons, recording, rehearsing.
They do all of that there?
No,
Oh,
I go,
Like,
yeah.
That's all inclusive.
Yeah, I also rehearse out in Connecticut with a choreographer and dancers. So when I have my own shows, we like to put on a whole shebang for people to watch.
You're presenting yourself as the whole
Yeah, like I always said,
as they
I don't
say.
want to be a singer. I want to be an entertainer.
Nice. Cool. And where have you gotten to? Entertain.
I've been so thankful and so blessed for all the opportunities that I've gotten. I've actually just started really performing about 7 or 8 months ago last summer, and one of the biggest things that I've ever done was one of the first things that I've done was I got to sing God Bless America at Citi Field for the 7th inning stretch at a Mets and Phillies game, which was actually insane. Thank you.
If I had a hat, I would take it off.
Yeah, thank you.
Damn. Okay. So, God Bless America, and I think I remember you saying something about a national anthem.
Yeah, I've sang the national anthem at a bunch of different games and places. I've sang everywhere from the Cyclones to Westchester Knicks, and actually last month I got the opportunity to sing at Nassau Coliseum, which was also insane.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I'll give it up for Nassau. That is so freaking cool. What's it like performing in front of thousands of people?
There's really, no matter like how many people you're in front of, there's no feeling like performing. You just get up there, you really just take in the moment to share your music with other people, whether it's 5 people or 5,000 people. But when I was there singing at Citi Field, I looked around and I was like, whoa. Like, yeah. I'm like this little person, and there's like 28,000 of them like around me. Like, it was crazy.
Must have been. Oh, that's pretty fun. You recently got to headline your own show for the first time.
Yes, I did. That was extremely exciting. I got to headline my first show at 89 North in Patchogue, which was so much fun. I had a bunch of my friends that came out to support me, which really means the world to me when my friends come out to support me, because I'm nobody without my friends and my support team.
A little shout out to Gus, who's watching from backstage right now.
Oh yeah, shout out to Gus.
That's right. True friend.
This is true.
You got any funny stories from the road?
One funny story I have was when I was singing, I was opening up for somebody at the Revolution in Amityville, and in the middle of my set, in the middle of my song, the sound guy just decided to wipe my songs. He just wiped them.
He just made that decision.
He just made this decision.
No.
Yeah. He was like, bye. So I was in the middle of the song and I was like, dun dun na na, and it was gone. Like, the music was gone, and like I finished. I pretty much like finished, but it was like a cappella, and I was just like, okay. Like, I had to just like kind of like play it off with the crowd for like 4 or 5 minutes, and then I was like, all right, like, what's the deal? And he's like, I can't find the tracks, and I'm like, what do you mean you can't find the tracks? Like, my tracks are right there. But so then I had to get off the stage in the middle of my set and help him and get all my songs back, and it was, honestly, I was very mad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then I got up there and I brought it back.
So you just had to riff with the audience for 4 minutes with nothing to do.
I was like kind of talking to them, like, just trying to like make like small talk. I was like, so how's everybody doing? And just
as someone who has done this show when occasionally the teleprompter goes out, I can tell you it's terrifying. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Why would you do that? It's a joke. I don't need this now. I'm talking to a human being.
That's me.
Play pranks on me. It's gonna take 10 minutes to load up again. Great. Where do you draw your inspiration for your music?
I draw inspiration from absolutely everything, every single day. But a lot of my songs I write based off experience, about feelings that I've went through, situations that I've went through. And I think that a big part of my music is that music has always been an outlet for me for when I'm feeling sad or down, or even if I'm just like happy and I want to jam out with my friends. I want my music to speak to other people, so when they're having a bad day or think it's the end of the world for them, that they could just turn on my song and they can just have like a happier mood and just let them know that it's all gonna be okay.
Nice.
Thanks.
You mentioned, you alluded to an album maybe, or at least some tracks being available soon?
Yeah, I just announced this what's today? Today's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, so I announced it Monday night that I actually have the song that I performed, the first song that I performed, The Fear to Be Loved, will actually be available next week, which I'm very excited about. And it has a video with it, and I can't wait for everybody to see it. And hopefully in the next few months, 2018 has brought nothing but good things for me so far, and I have so much music just shoved in my back pocket, and I can't wait to share it with everyone. So I'm really excited for that.
Well, it's my understanding you have at least one other thing to be excited about. You've got a little gig coming up sometime in March.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell our viewers where you're going to be performing?
I'm going to be performing at the South by Southwest Music Festival in Texas, which I'm super excited about. This is my first gig where I'm actually getting to travel to a place I've never been, and it's gonna be insane. I'm doing either 1 or 2 40-minute sets, so I'm gonna have so much time to interact with the crowd and really share my music, and I'm so excited.
Well, we wish you the absolute best of luck. You are going to kill it over in Texas. Thank you for killing it here tonight on the Brick Wall.
Thank you for having me.
One more time for Allie B. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Awesome job.
Thanks.
All right, we're gonna get our last act of the night, All One and BMO, in just a minute. They're going to be performing All One's new EP in full, titled Dusty Dossiers, inspired by true crime stories. But first, a funny video written and directed by one of our more recent guests, Boris Hyken, originally produced for We the Internet. Enjoy.
It's them.
Can I answer?
Go ahead.
Hello? Yes, anything you want. Just please give us back our daughter. How much? 100,000 in Bitcoin? Smart move.
Are you kidding me?
What's Bitcoin?
Oh, dude, it's this peer-to-peer currency founded by this guy Satoshi Nakamoto like years ago. It's like kind of a fake name. It's like a real thing.
Hey, Mommy's coming for you!
So it's not like fiat currency where they just print the money indefinitely.
Chet. So what's up? I'm All One. This is BMO. This is my new project, Dusty Dossiers. True crime stories inspired by the podcast Criminal. For now, let's spin some yarns. 4th of July, New Hampshire it is. Off on a drive now, Gehring is pissed. Divorcing his wife now, sharing the kids with poor Terry Knight, unfair little bitch. At 14, Sarah amused from the window. Philip, 11, enthused by the Big Show's missiles. Manuel, brutal as sicko, explodes too as he fumes over insults. Miss those usual routes to the kids' home. Grips holster, dim moon is a sickle. Pistol joins in the booming that's in vogue. Rip holes gruesomely through where their grins go. After the blasphemous act, his band is a madhouse. Parody act of a dad as they're fastening strap down. Manual panicking, New Hampshire fast in the background. Burying Maggie's practically been blacked out.
No person should have to bury their children, never mind want to after they've killed them.
Plagued by questions the parent is filled with. Please help me find Sarah and Philip.
No person should have to bury their children, never mind want to after they've killed them.
Crave my answers. I ask, could they still live?
Please help me find Sarah and Philip.
In a week in the West, they catch the cold psycho. He then confessed, depressed in his own trial. He then attempts directing them towards jawbones. He then forgets. Investors in Ohio, it's all from the dad, cause it all went black. Recalls what he can as he scrawls them a map. Ironically sad, unconsciously stabs when the drawing he has is a toddler's craft. Concrete slabs like monument drafts. Green punk, tall grass, and some logs in a stack. Offering that to absolve what he has done. Strangles himself and the door to the back shut.
No person should have to bury their children, never mind want to after they've killed them.
I'll search silence and spare you the build-up.
I swear I'll find Sarah and Philip. No person should have to bury their children, never mind want to after they've killed them.
Grief is a death tax, Karen will bill us.
I swear I'll find Sarah and Philip.
2 years through this, clues all useless. Feds look fruitless. press push, news clips, a clarion call to Samaritans. Please search. Clarity's all and the burial deserved. Who reads it? Stephanie Dietrich, a grocer. Deeply felt Terry Nights pleading for closure. A mother, she empathized grief even closer. Sees it's her home turf.
Rico, let's go search.
Untold, humble, salt of the earth make. Dug those chuck holes, mocking the worst graves. Gung-ho, up, no halting the search made. Runs roads, months flow, calls into work late. Nice Cujo with a fine-tuned nose. Piled loose notes, Steph's fine-tooth comb. Mind's crude holes, won't quite lose hope. We will fly you home and then fine-tune stones. The pup chose to sit in some snow by the road. Uncovers the kids. When you know, then you know. Rico beside her, she needs no admirer. She says
That's just how some people are wired.
She says it's just how some people are wired.
Please help me find Sarah and Philip.
I swear I'll find Sarah and Philip.
Please help me find Sarah and Philip.
I swear I'll find Sarah and Philip.
No person should have to bury their children.
Never mind want to after they've killed them.
No person should have to bury their children.
Never mind want to after they've killed them.
Please help me find Sarah and Philip.
I swear I'll find Sarah and Philip.
Please help me find Sarah and Philip.
I swear I'll find Sarah and Philip. Many thanks to Brickwall TV for doing their generous part in having us here. So this next story is about a young man who moved to Philly to play professional soccer and ended up making friends with the homeless. And when one of his homeless friends went missing, he obsessively became a junior detective in helping them find the body and solve the mystery. These are really grim stories, but I think the through line is helping one another in terms of tragedy. Adam went to Philly to play soccer as a pro. On off time, he'd wander. By overpasses, he'd roam. Off time, he'd chat with folks who hadn't had a home. He'd make sandwiches he'd dole out to those he get to know. Now, met Red Cull, well-read culture, drifter, gentleman. Old cart, gold heart, silver tongue with civil etiquette. His lady Angie went in Adam or ammo, agro expletives. Adam had an expected, an exceptional Red defended him. Adam frequented the benches and bridges. Affection had risen for Red and his missus. He desperately wished to help denizens dismissed and marked both the vagrants. Vacated, went missing. Around July 4th, homicide detective Mangold discovers a corpse by the river, horrifically mangled. Sicko dismantled the body and horribly bagged those limbs tangled in branches and a mobile dangled. Swamp precinct was stumped, identifying the body. Mangold's always solving, but probably not this homie. Desk donning a post-it, hosting Adam's number written. A kid with uncanny hunch, some Angie was the victim. The homeless, the detectives question when dispensing cars for business. Our defense around the shield, real reticent and timid. Desperate, they reckon assistance and reconnaissance since recollecting the respect he respected, renting the bridges. Adam hit the ground running in gumshoes, obsessive. He called the precinct daily, they called him junior detective. Angie meant a lot to him, this manifested impressive. Never took a break, looked for breaks, in the case connecting. Evidence collecting as he met with Angie's exes when mentioned a residence she'd allegedly never left. At this point, Adam ain't gonna break in an apartment. Let Mangold know the men all go to get a warrant. The city key smashed the door, anticipated horrors, more bizarre than gore. See, Angie was a hoarder. Postage, lawnmower, papers, 40 years or more are redolent that readily lent the scent of drugstores. The badges didn't have a minute to root through the trash. Left it to Adam and Adam to pursue the truth of Ange. He supposed the corpse's clothes implored Ange was killed indoors. The force ignored him, assuring it'd look different, of course. Adam felt like he'd made no progress at all until a neighbor recalled a brawl that he'd heard through the wall. Choking, shouting, pounding, a domestic, wild, crazy, consistent with the right date, placing a Good Friday, maybe. Adam's suspicion roused now. Red Colt was suspect, conflicting dour unrest, especially because he loved him. A convincing note dug up from her unkempt junk mess. Unquestionably, Red Colt, the red-handed culprit, caught Red Colt. His shopping cart stocked full of cash. Seems a family member died and passed it down to Ange. Adam can't believe the stark good and evil in man. Mangold claims the case closed thanks owed to the soccer champ. Mangold retired. Ange's cash passed to her son. Red Colt passed the cancer once in prison for what he'd done. He retired gumshoes just to cruise on greasy carrot, and he runs food pantries to honor fallen Angie. Now Adam runs food pantries to honor fallen Angie. BMO. Thank you. If anybody's afraid of the doctors, this is, like most hip-hop songs, this is rooted in historical nonfiction. And this is about a 1850s nurse, Jolly Jane, who was a serial murderer. It's a true story.
For them.
Jane felt she aided her prey, she confessed.
Warped head.
Unstable, disabled, got cradled in bed.
Force fed.
Fate to fade, all their pain dulled to rest.
Sure end.
Fatally, playfully taking their breath.
Court sketch.
Gave her the label, the angel of death.
A hilarious and personable death guide planner, Jane Nefarious, surely had a most memorable bedside manner.
Taunting lunatic asylum for psychotic patients. Topping Jolly Jane, do not mistake her commonplace complainers. An arthritic age is innocuous safe. She's got insane deadly habits. Devil's advocate. God she played, caught and contained off at the Cape Cod estate, off of the Davis's inoculation. Arthur Graves, her knowledge gained at college, Cambridge. Odd experimentations, macabre engagements certainly implied her certifiable state, and the state denied her certification. The horror-born Honora Kelly to an alcoholic father. Kelly the crackpot, whack job. I had jotted maybe the fodder. A tailor, the tale goes, try to sew his eyelids closed. Lost it, lost mother to the illness she's fraught with, despite that she fought it. With no support, the kids went to an orphanage, impoverished. Honora insists, boarded with the top end Toppins fostered, and the Toppins renamed her Jane to emulate a favorite aunt. And he started embracing darkness regardless of shed hardships.
For them.
Jane felt she aided her prey, she confessed.
Warped head.
Unstable, disabled, got cradled in bed.
Force fed.
Fate to fade, all their pain dulled to rest.
Sure end.
Fatally, playfully taking their breath. Court sketch gave her the label, the angel of death.
A hilarious and personable death guide planner, Jane Nefarious, surely had a most memorable bedside manner.
Now, as her alias implies, Jane was jovial. Alas, the ale glass applied a mask of joking tones. Observe morbid roller coasters, swerve morbid overdoses, serve morphine comatose, rapidly atrophying stoked to toast, tragically atrophy folks to ghost, as she would happily hold them close. Kiss them and dismiss them, finished as they finished, indicative of her sickness. She admitted it once, admitted. She came to burn her evidence, came highly recommended. Surprising, one reference read, Jane sat by to the bitter end. Submissive hide sits inside it, it's questionable ethics, a syringe precise, elicited incited foul deadly injections. Jane, whenever questioned, claims empathetic intentions, signifies her murderers had sick, ill-advised mercy subjective.
For them.
Jane felt she aided her prey, she confessed.
Warped head.
Unstable, disabled, got cradled in bed.
Force fed.
Fate to fade, all their pain dulled to rest.
Sure end.
Fatally, playfully taking their breath.
Court sketch.
The label, the angel of death.
A hilarious and personable death guide planner, Jane Nefarious, surely had a most memorable bedside manner.
She wonders why the undesired come to ire. I yearn to learn why your ire is what I earn. Justified, snuffing beloved lives stuffed inside urns. Sometimes drugs of pining, she mustn't have gotten her dire number right. Adjusted higher, admiringly judges her fine work. A writhing, cuddled 100 drug to die and smirks. Thanks very much. I know that. Thank you. So these are all songs from my new EP, Dusty Dossiers, which was recently put out on Fake 4, which is a Connecticut-based label. So thank you to them for supporting this release. And there will be links for you to go listen to that stuff. For now, this is the final track, which is called Open Case. Fred and Edwina, a Houston Mr. and Mrs. were oil and water, the Rogers all piss and vinegar. Bickering occurred viciously with vim and vigor. The rigmarole, rigorous, ridiculous on the Richter. Rigmarole and scriptoring, ridiculing descriptors. Thriving off conflict, neither victims, neither victors. Inventive pettiness, the Texans kept separate fridges. Invective sentences stretch acceptable decibel limits. Decades of livid head games, headaches at best in prison. Their neglected, hermitic kid attendant who kept his distance. Grin and bearing bare teeth snarled, rarely loved there, unfairly, Charles was faring upstairs. Once
The puzzle gets its hooks in you, it never lets you go. The more that you ignore it, you're in quicksand, sinking slow. Once a seed is planted in you, brainstorms nourish its growth. Miseries with missing pieces, peace until it's whole.
Beaten little kid, geophysicist, genius live with his senior citizens. Evil sits in him, needs an impetus. Abuse reclusive doormat. All chats reduced to broomstick Morse tabs. Eludes with poor parents who slip through door cracks. Mom wrote bogus notes and stole with her only kid's hand forged. Charles owned and loaned his homeowner's own as his landlord. Could have lost the house, wanted now to plot them out without getting caught somehow. A large who thought that a plot was sound.
Once a puzzle gets its hooks in you, it never lets you go. The more that you ignore it, you're in quicksand, sinking slow. Once a seed is planted in you, brainstorms nourish, nurse its growth. Mysteries with missing pieces, missing piece until it's whole.
65, the final year that Charles takes shit. Mom and Papa betrayed him, thought he ought to slay them. Watch the grave macabre display, which is his Father's Day gift. Seldom held a grudge, held in love, held a gun, calls mom impatient. Monster waiting, had thick skin, trigger finger itched him. Scratched it with a blast, which scratched mom off his hit list. Fred crawled faster, but didn't it all matter? The walls splatter, Handyman's claw hammer mauled dad as his skull shattered. In the bathroom tub, Chuck tapped the blood like Dracula. Hacked and cut, packed them up meticulously, had to scrub. 3 days cleaning damage, planned a scene stage for the badges. Parents with fridges for caskets made a clean break, and he vanished.
Once a puzzle gets its hooks in you, it never lets you go. The more that you ignore it, you're in quicksand, sinking slow. Once a seed is planted in you, brainstorms nourish, nurses growth. Mysteries with missing pieces, missing piece until it's
Montage's play of clocks rotating 30 years now. Montage's play of clocks rotating 30 years now. Contemplative office mates pick up a whiff of the scent strong. Dossiers, dusty state rinses, they pick up or left off. Martha and Hugh, 2 obsessive forensic accountant buddies. Farming for clues, Hugh confessed, research adrenaline junkies. Alarming but true, soon consumed immensely contentedly studied. Embarking like sleuths, snooping intently, getting intensely bloody. Interviewing more and more, riddles drew them door to door. Quizzing 100+ citizens, forming this tour de force isn't considered enduring chores. Sifting and forming forms, digging through the gory lores. Diligence and core allure, microfish through microfish. Moonlighting gumshoes, dug through one open case, open 2 hearts and love grew. Martha and Hugh, all odds against you, bonding them two. As dots connect two, want to spread truth and document proof. Confound, investigations failed, police evaded veil. The funhouse, case entailed, strange details that they unveiled. Bloodhounds chased their tails on paper trails till they prevailed. Funhouse views and case details, and Martha's face was veiled. They finally out, they find it odd, and tying loose ends tied the knot. Compiled a lot of files, pride and plotting, prideful prodding. Defied the odds and the quite macabre crime. They might have solved the icebox murders, never lied their findings, thus they write the plot. John Mackey, that missing key, investigating game. His wittable willing witness was integral to explain. Charles, who's Anthony Pitts, is his secondary name. Several days after the murder, visits his secretary Jane. Now the sedentary cave dweller, his reputation claimed. Jane's lover provides a getaway, buys a Cessna for a plane. Absconded from the Texas state to Honduras, he flew the coup. Golden goose turned profits for bosses who knew the truth. Phony hitman, Tony Pitts plan to kick back. Strange, assume no kickback from his infractions. Impact, waves dispute, riff raff went bad. Karma charged the grim tax and rage crew 86 mad. Charles with the pickaxe. These mysteries, we keep getting obsessed with them, digging further.
Once a puzzle gets its hooks in you, it never lets you go. The more that you ignore it, you're in quicksand, sinking slow. Once a seed is planted in you, brainstorms nourish, nurse its growth. Mysteries with missing pieces, missing piece until it's whole.
Thank you. Thanks very much. So that was our set. I'm All One, and this is BMO.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, that's my line. This is All One and BMO.
Thanks very much.
Oh, don't forget that microphone there. Yeah.
When you want
That's
extra thing?
key.
Probably need to talk into this.
Let's do a little ring around the rosy. and
Yeah,
then,
I'll come around
yeah,
on this
great.
side
So
of
you
the
stand
desk.
there,
This desk
and then
is
I'll
pretty
be
rosy.
over
Yeah,
here,
you
and
can
I'll
get
be
in the
right
middle of
behind
us.
you.
I like that.
Okay, cool.
Maybe
All right.
sandwich between us.
I like it. Oh, you changed your shirt.
That wasn't awkward at all.
Good.
We planned that. FYI, we no, but like seriously, come on, just show them.
I was freezing cold, but
guys.
we have pretty
Guys,
much the same.
we're wearing the same
It's
shirt.
exact. They're
Yeah.
twins.
We're like sisters.
They're matching today.
Yeah, we're like the same action figure. Equally boring.
It's true.
Would be a boring action figure.
I don't have kung fu action grip because of the arthritis.
Makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
That was friggin' awesome, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
That was a lot of fun. What's the show you got it from?
There's a podcast called Criminal.
Criminal.
And,
I'm gonna go listen to this show.
It's an amazing podcast.
I know how it ends now, but that's fine because
Well, each episode is its own isolated
Right.
story,
Yeah.
right? So in April, so I also write poetry, which I mean that's obvious. I don't know. That's
well,
just poetry
you,
to music,
you just
right?
rapped us poetry.
Right, sure. It's just faster, right? Some rhythm. Anyway, so in April, a local publisher did April is National Poetry Month for those of you that don't know. And there was a poem a day project, and we had to have a theme. And so my theme was to every day I randomly assigned one of my favorite episodes, and I would adapt it into some kind of poem or dialectic piece or some kind of plotted written thing. And then I was asked by this label, Fake 4 from Connecticut, they asked me to put out a project, and I thought, well, some of these already have the element of hip hop to them, and my friend from Savannah, Dope Knife, he produced all those beats, and he had sent me to them, and it was just kind of this great convalescent, serendipitous thing where I said, okay, I'll just adapt these into songs, and here we are.
That's pretty freaking cool. Okay, did you do any research about these stories beyond the episodes, or like it was all from the episodes?
The episodes are really, really informative and really complete. So I just listened to them like literally dozens of times, and like if you were to listen to the episodes, they enhance the songs a lot because there's tons of nuggets and references and names.
I was listening
details.
to them, wishing like, oh man, I wanna watch listen to the show and then come back.
The
and listen
songs
to
are
this
named the same names as the podcast episodes. So
That's something I didn't know.
So
I didn't know that either.
Jolly Jane
Yeah.
was a serial killer in the 1950s.
in the 1850s.
1850s,
Yeah.
which is crazy because I thought that like Devil in the White City was. I thought that was a book about the first serial killer documented in this country.
Yeah, I believe it was in the
but that was
1850s.
wasn't because like that was like wasn't that the 1890s, the Chicago World's Fair? I don't know, but that's crazy. That
Yeah.
So a female serial killer. That's
Yeah,
right.
she was a
Women
nurse.
can do anything. That's right. It's
That's one way.
2018 now.
That's one way to take.
Women could have always done anything. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. And we're off the air.
Sorry, guys.
How many victims did she have?
So when they caught her, they had only. So what she did was she ended up. Her final straw was she murdered a family that she was watching, and she killed
whole
the
family.
one off, and then just kept doing it. So what she was an in-home nurse. She never got her certification from
No shit.
Cambridge because she was experimenting on bodies using morphine and atropine, which is like morphine is this sort of sedative, and then atropine is. This is way too much info.
No, this is great. I don't know about you guys. I'm engrossed.
Okay, good. So what ended up happening was when they caught wind of like how did this whole family die in the span of literally like 5 weeks? Because she would take care of them and then kill them off and say, oh, I don't know. And back then there wasn't really a lot of CSI stuff, right? So they would just be like, oh, they died of apoplexy, which is basically like fancy. They were distressed,
Right.
And they died. She got away with a lot of this. So they said, hey, we found you for this one person, and then she confessed to 30. Upwards of 30,
Lord.
and they said, "Whoa, wait, what?" And then she was put away in a lunatic asylum,
Right.
And Taunton, and then she lived to be rather old, but she kept adjusting what she'd said, and they went upwards of over 100 people that she said that she took the lives.
So she could have been lying about the whole thing and really only killed like a couple people.
Yeah, she could have been an underachiever. It seemed like she was humble bragging about her
Oh, yeah.
murder series.
Only killed 30 people.
Hashtag humble brag.
Did I say 30? I meant 100. Damn. Okay, that's fun. That's with material like that, it's bound to be turned into a rap at some point, or a musical comedy.
Yeah, right? I mean,
One or the other. I love your line once the puzzle gets its hooks in you.
yeah, it never lets you go.
At the hook of the song is very, very clever.
A little meta wordplay.
Oh,
That's
I
wordplay.
see what you did there, and I like it. So, all right, that was. By all one BMO, if that is your real name.
I'm not sure.
I was born all one, and then it was awkward in high school, so I changed my name legally to Bruce Pandolfo.
Bruce.
Bruce. Yeah.
That's right. And I happen to have your FBI file right here, BMO.
That's
and
exactly what FBI
they-
files look like.
They
That's
tell
a
me
very detailed file.
well, it's the Cliff Notes version.
Good.
They tell me that your name is Kyle Banks.
Oh, jeez, the illusion shattered.
Bruce Pandolfo and Kyle Banks. See, look at that. We
Oh,
had
man,
that queued
there's the-
up. I
there's
didn't
the
even know
name.
they were going to do
That's
that. There's a
beautiful.
Pete has
surprise.
his
That
own
looks great.
album out called The Fluorescent Files, in which he has all the info.
That's right. Sometimes I go crazy and I use the whole rainbow.
You should.
For my interviews. It depends on how I'm feeling.
You
that
can do
day.
anything you want, Selena Gomez. Yes, Queen.
Thank you. Bruce, Kyle, you are Long Island boys yourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
From Selden
That's where I grew
and
up.
Manorville.
Manorville.
Yeah.
All right, give it up for Selden and Manorville. Yeah!
I can promise you no one in Manorville's watching. They're just watching cows.
The whole farm is tuned into you right now.
That's true.
So how'd you guys meet?
Playing shows on the very vibrant, active Long Island scene, and our mutual friend.
Was that sarcasm or were
no,
you
no,
being genuine?
it's,
Oh, there is. Okay.
There's
Yeah.
way
It's
too
very
much.
thriving
There's
right
way too
now.
many things to do on any given day
That
on Long
sounds
Island.
awful. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
It's a great
yeah,
problem
Too
to
many
have.
things to
I know
do.
it's a good problem. So when people say, you know, all there is to do is eat bagels and go to bowling alleys, I don't understand. I don't like Long Island. I think they're severely lacking.
They're
in
just not looking
perspective.
hard enough.
That is all I knew to do.
Yeah.
That and hang out outside a 7-Eleven and drink Slurpees with our producer Mike.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
much every night.
I think my
Yeah!
that's like the first thing on his Wikipedia page. I think.
I have a Wikipedia page?
Yeah, is't it?
Oh my God.
You
Yeah,
do
I
now.
wrote it.
Mike.
Now that there's enough
Oh,
info.
you wrote me a Wikipedia page, didn't you? Oh my God!
All the
It's
secrets
not
are
even
getting
my
out.
birthday for like 9 months.
Now I gotta update your Wikipedia.
Very good. So,
So
our
you met-
mutual friend is a show promoter and his girlfriend, Jackie Guma.
All right.
Yeah.
Promotions. Equilibrium bookings.
Equilibrium bookings. Very nice. We will all remember that. Equilibrium bookings. So you're a poet, and we all know it. What other? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's why I changed the shirt.
That's the one that gets us
I
off the air
anticipated
now.
that.
I'm just gonna.
He's gone. It's just us, Bruce.
I mean, we did find before.
What other? So what? All of your poetry isn't necessarily about true crime stories.
No.
What other kind of source material do you draw from?
I mean, life experiences, story. I'm really compelled to tell stories. A friend of mine a long time ago, after an event, he was telling me, you know, there's a lot of these people that will just kind of like do these poems where they're sort of telling this epiphanic, you know, this revelation sort of thing, and then just say like, oh, it just came to me, and that wasn't necessarily as compelling or humanistic and relatable as like if you were to weave it into some sort of story or parable or whatever. So since that, I've definitely directed a lot of my writing in a narrative kind of flow, but it's a lot of like life stuff and, you know,
You got an
relationship
example you could,
things
you
and-
know, pull out of your back
Ooh,
pocket?
Rush Hours. That's a good story.
That is a good story. It is from an album, but I could share that one.
We
really,
like good stories.
really quick. It's the story of how Jackie Chan in Rush Hour in 1998 taught me the N-word because I didn't know what it was, and it was very impacting, quite obviously. It's 1998 and I'm 10. I'm crunching mouthfuls of M&Ms, Twizzlers, and some Zowers with my friends, watching Rush Hour in the Cineplex. We were in stitches, giggling, pretty much from the title right up until the end. A couple scenes had stuck with me, including the snippet when Jackie Chan had said some word beginning with an N. And then the dude in the clip got super pissed and they fought, doing the cool moves with the pool sticks. At that, we had a laugh. Returned to school, sincerely happy to have some gags to share during and after lunch. Foolish. Class clowns just acting dumb, trying to be cool kids. Recess that Monday at Jericho Elementary was treated like a talent show. Ran up to every kid on the field, reenacting classic knee-slapping quotes, especially the one with the N-word. I didn't know what it meant, sure, but we laughed like dopes. Got at a recess, Teach was in a bad mood, hollered my name.
Where's Bruce?
Was grabbed rudely by my collar, enraged. Dragged me to the doorway when who's that standing ashamed in the hallway? One of the rare few black students, tears cascading down his cheeks. I asked why she had been so mean when forming this sad group and why it even needed to meet. Scowled incredulous, asking if I had said some crass expletive I'd like to say sorry for. Ingenuous, I just asked if she could help to clarify or help me understand the crime that I was called outside for. Meanwhile, he just sobbed and cried more. Repeated the story of the rush hour line, of course, the one with the end mystery. I still didn't get it, so I said this and I timidly admitted that I'd mimicked indiscriminately and no one else had exhibited misery, and that's when they explained the significance to me. I felt like a troglodyte, honest. I apologized, which moderately mollified his melancholy, solemn eyes, walked inside, locked my eyes on the hard tile floor, shocked arrived with sickened wonder how my soft and bright tongue could turn on me and do so much hurt with one word. And with the bane of ignorance, I tainted that little kid. Our exchange gave us our first racist experience, and I wonder, decades later, how it resonates across these years he's lived.
Damn! What?
Thank you.
That was...
And that's how I fell in love with Bruce, because he's a masterful
understand.
storyteller.
That was
Absolutely
great,
beautiful.
dude.
Thank you. You know.
I'm gonna give you one
Don't
of those.
shake my hand. I
I'm,
did
well,
nothing.
I'm gonna shake you because you appreciate
You
him.
did say, where's Bruce?
That's right.
Okay.
And I helped.
Where's my Grammy?
I know. That was all right. That was great. But BMO, Kyle, tell us a little bit about yourself.
How's it going?
Hey, man.
I'm a music producer. I've been producing since 2013. In the past 2 years, I've been doing live band stuff with my buddies Matt and Russ, where we're a three-piece EDM outfit, and we play a bunch of clubs and raves. I got the opportunity to play FarmFest Music Festival last year, which was a hugely special opportunity. I got to play Webster Hall 4 times, including one of the last club nights with DJ Carnage, which was really, really cool. And that's just like a quick snippet about what I'm doing.
And what do you have to say to people who poo-poo on EDM?
Listen, the common thing is that everyone says that if you just press a button and an EDM song or even just a studio track pulls that, that's absolutely not the case. If half the people that wanted to play guitar had to build their guitars from scratch, they would quit. No question.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
you.
That was
Thank you.
that was awesome, ladies
Thank
and
you
gentlemen.
to the crew, please.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
it's
everybody,
so
putting it all
awesome.
together. Really
You're
appreciate
right.
it.
I'm an asshole.
And
Thanks to the crew.
Yeah.
That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to our guests tonight, Ali B, and All One, and BMO, and a special thanks to Boris Hyken. That was amazing.
Thanks very much.
Please remember to follow us on social media, and if you want to come on and perform, it's super easy. Just email patvbrickwall@gmail.com, and we'll get you on. I promise. It's just that simple. So, yeah, I think that's our show. Good night. Good night. Woo! Woo!